Hey everybody, welcome to Miner's Corner. Today I'm going to be doing my top 25 favorite vintage baseball cards. None of these cards are rookie cards. There are a couple of Gold Cup rookies in here, so these are not in any particular order, but let's just start off with the top card, which is a 1969 Roberto Clemente. Great card. Really a nice card. I've had this card for a long time. This is one of my original cards. When I say original, I mean cards that I got when I was collecting as a kid, not a recent pickup. 65 Koufax, also one of my longtime cards, one of my original cards. I love the 65 design, one of the nicest for sure. I love the banners, really cool. Okay, 67 Don Sutton. And unfortunately, Don Sutton passed away this week. And this is a great card. Love that wind up. You don't see too many pitchers winding up like this anymore, unfortunately. And speaking of which, another 1967 and similar wind up, that old school. Steve Carlton. Love this card. I got this card actually last year or maybe a year and a half ago. This is a recent addition. Pretty recent, and always liked this card. I believe this is his first card by himself, because I don't think he had a card in 66. I think he was in the minors. Okay. Willie Stargell, 67 Topps. This is another one of my original cards that I got as a kid. Love Willie Stargell. Guy's amazing. And these cards are cool. I always thought it was kind of weird because the Pirates is in purple. It's not easy to see. But it's still a cool card. It's a weird, you know, you'd think they put yellow because that's what they usually do. And all right, now, Joe Torre, this is the only player in here that's not inducted as a player, but as a manager. I love Joe Torre. Just a tremendous manager and really cool dude. Miss Joe Torre. I do miss him. And speaking of legends that we lost recently, unfortunately, Lou Brock, 1964 Topps. This is a recent addition. Maybe got this like 6 months ago. Here's an interesting card. 1960 Topps is a weird, but check this out though. See, this is the problem. I got this card actually for $2. I got this card for $2. But it's still a Gibby. And this is, a, you know, in the personal collection. I don't care because now I have this card. I don't need to buy a fancy one. Okay, 1965 Topps. I have 3 Mantles. This one, a 54 Bowman, that's an absolute disaster. And I have, I think, a combo card with Boo Powell on it. But this is, you know, this is a cool card. There's really a lot of damage to the card as far as like mark or mold. I'm not sure. This card I got actually like about a year ago. My buddy Wayne hooked me up. '67 Topps, Hank Aaron. This may be the first vintage card that I ever bought as a kid. I remember, you know, my uncle and my uncles actually would talk to me about these guys, you know, Willie Mays, Joe D, Hank Aaron. And knowing Hank Aaron's the home run king, at the time he was when I was a kid. And owning this card as a kid was awesome because everybody else was running around with, you know, 1988 Topps or whatever, and I had some stuff like this. 1957 Topps, Don Larson. It's a cool set, you know, it's like either these kind of portraits or, you know, dude holding a bat, basically. That's pretty much, I mean, maybe I'm wrong. I'm not that familiar with that set. But this is one that's not, the colors are not really too nice on. I find it's a pretty drab set, 57. Let's go 10 years later to 1967. The Great Willie Mays is another one of the cards I've had for many years. Got it as a kid. Love this card. Willie Mays. Let's see what. How old was he at this time? I can't even see this stuff. It's crazy. It's hard to look at the camera, and I should bust this thing out, you know? Anyway, 1967 Topps, Willie Mays. One of the cards I got as a kid. This is a new addition to my collection. 67 Topps, Frank Robinson. This card's great. It looks so awesome. And the color scheme on this card's great with the, you know, the Orioles uniform and the yellow. It just works, you know, it pops. Unlike that, you know, the 67 Stargell, where the purple just, to me, doesn't really work. But the yellow pops on this, and that's cool. It's a great card, great, now. Now here's a combo card, and the reason I'm including this is it just looks so cool. You know, the way they're holding the bats. And of course, Clemente's in this card. On this card, rather. It's Smokey Burgess, Dick Stewart, Bob Skinner. Oh, yeah, Bob Skinner, and Roberto Clemente. And I'm not honestly familiar with all those guys, other than Clemente. 57 Topps, Hoyt Wilhelm. I think Hoyt Wilhelm started his career at 30 and ended up in the Hall of Fame. He did time in the service. Now this card, the color's actually really nice on this, but I just feel like the set for the most part is pretty drab. One of my favorite gold rookie cups. 69 Topps, another card I've had for many, many years. Got this as a kid. My uncle put it in my brain that Johnny Bench was the best catcher in history. Actually, the first time I ever went to see a baseball game, Johnny Bench was catching, and it was actually a Met game, 1983, and it was also Darryl Strawberry's first game. So it was kind of crazy. I do, you know, remember that somewhat. Although I was really little. Okay, 68 Topps, Rod Carew, another cool rookie gold cup. Rod Carew, the great contact hitter. I mean, what a great player this guy was. And I love 68 Topps. Really, really cool. 64 Topps, the Duke of Flatbush. Duke Snider on the Mets. Another player, you know, one of my uncles, huge Brooklyn Dodger fan. I come from pretty much a Brooklyn Dodger household, although I was corrupted by one of my uncles, thank God, and I'm a Yankee fan. But if it were not for him, I'd be a Met fan. And, you know, anyway, Duke Snider on the Mets, 1964 Topps. Really cool card. Speaking of Yankees, this is the only card. This is not a Hall of Fame card, obviously, and it's not a pre-1960 card, but it's an awesome Gold Cup rookie. Thurman the German Munson. His career was cut short. This is a great card. Truly a great card. That's how you do a horizontal card. That's how you do it. 68 Topps. Yaz, this card's great. Yaz always looks so serious. Sometimes he's smiling. Usually he's not. But Cole Yastrzemski, one of the greats for sure. Another 68 Gibby. And this is a pretty recent addition to the collection. About a year ago, I got this card. Really cheap. Really cheap. Maybe like $8 or something. Here's a card I've had for years. This is my first Sandy Koufax And this might have been my first pre-1960s era card. 59 tops. I love this design. So cool. Trying to get it to look decent in the camera here. But it's just a great card. Sandy looks awesome in it too. '66 Lou Brock. This card I got recently for real cheap, maybe like $2. You know, some people with cards, like unless it's perfectly centered or they don't think that they could get any kind of a grade at PSA, they just, you know, it's like this card's a good, you know, it's a good card. Corn is actually not bad. I mean, '67 tops Lou Brock. Totally another iconic looking card to me. This is a great card. I wish this is how his rookie card looked. You know, his rookie card's cool. I love the color scheme on his rookie card, but this just, I mean, looks great. The blue pops nice on the bottom, the cards. So that's really cool. Rest in peace, Lou Brock. Rest in peace, most of these guys, unfortunately. And not all of them, but many of them that I'm, you know, going through here. And rest in peace, Roger Maris, the great Roger Maris, 1964 tops. This is actually the only Roger Maris card that I have, and this is also one of my cards that I've had for many, many years. Great card. Roger Maris was a great Yankee, and this has been a fun video. Thanks, guys. Hope you enjoyed it. See you next time.